Listen up, guys. We've all had that moment. She says, "We need to talk." And just like that, your stomach drops. You already know what's coming, but still, you hold on to hope. Hope that maybe, just maybe, it's not what you think. And then, bam, she drops the bomb. It's not you, it's me. Or worse, I just don't feel the same anymore. Or the brutal one, I met someone else. And in a matter of seconds, your world turns upside down. You're left standing there, confused, hurt, questioning everything. Your mind races. You replay every conversation. You analyze every little detail. You ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Could I have changed something? Will she ever come back? And this is where most men lose. Not because of the breakup itself, but because they let their emotions take control. They panic. They start texting, calling, and begging for closure. They think if they just say the right thing, she'll suddenly remember how good it was. But here's the truth. That never works. Every desperate message, every attempt to remind her of the good times, every act of chasing only pushes her further away. You see, a man who chases is a man who loses. Because the moment she knows you're still emotionally invested, she wins. The moment she sees you struggling, she feels justified in her decision. And just like that, you become predictable. And predictable men, they don't inspire desire. They don't inspire regret. They just fade into the background, forgotten. But you are not like most men. You are a Stoic. A Stoic does not beg. A Stoic does not plead. A Stoic does not chase after something that no longer belongs to him. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And that is where your power lies. You don't need to disappear to manipulate her. You don't need to make her regret it. You don't need to win the breakup. You simply walk away. Not because you want to punish her, not because you hope she'll come back, but because you respect yourself too much to stay where you are not wanted. Let me make one thing clear. This isn't about playing games. It's not about acting cold to get a reaction. It's about truly letting go. Because a man who has mastered himself needs nothing from anyone. So let me ask you, are you ready to stop chasing ghosts? Are you ready to stop letting your emotions control you? Are you ready to reclaim your power? If so, comment below. I control my emotions. No one else does. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Now, let's dive deeper. Number 1, the power of vanishing. There is no greater strength than the ability to walk away without hesitation, not as a strategy, not as a manipulation tactic, but as a reflection of your self-worth. Most men make the mistake of thinking that disappearing is about making her miss you. They think that if they go silent, she'll start questioning her decision, that she'll wonder if she made a mistake, that she'll regret leaving. But a Stoic man does not vanish to play mind games. A Stoic man walks away because he refuses to be bound by something that is no longer his. You see, after a breakup, she expects you to react. She expects you to reach out, to text, to call, and to explain yourself. She assumes that, like every other man before you will seek closure. But you won't. Because a man who needs closure is a man who is still seeking validation. And a man who seeks validation is a man who has already lost. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That is your power, not in disappearing to make her wonder, not in trying to create doubt in her mind, but in freeing yourself from the invisible chains of emotional attachment. Every time you resist the urge to check her social media, you regain a piece of your strength. Every time you refuse to reach out, you reclaim your self-control. Every time you choose silence over reaction, you remind yourself that you are in charge of your emotions, not her. And that, right there, is what makes you untouchable. Not because you're playing hard to get, not because you want her to regret, but because you no longer care. When a man walks away with complete indifference, he stops being predictable. And when a man is no longer predictable, he becomes a man of value, a man of focus, a man of purpose, a man whose presence is earned, not given freely. So let me ask you, are you done chasing closure? Are you ready to stop giving away your power? Are you ready to reclaim control over your life? If so, comment below. I walk away because I respect myself. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 2, emotional indifference is a weapon. Nothing disturbs a person more than realizing they no longer have power over you. Not over your time, not over your energy, and most importantly, not over your emotions. Most men don't understand this. They think power comes from proving something, from showing her they've moved on, from acting like they don't care. But here's the truth. If you have to prove your indifference, you're not actually indifferent. Real power comes from not reacting at all. Because the moment you argue, the moment you show anger, the moment you try to prove something, you're still emotionally invested. And the second she knows that, she wins. Even if she's the one who left, even if she's not in your life anymore, if your emotions are still tied to her, she still has control. That's why the most powerful thing you can do isn't to act like you don't care. It's to actually not care. No forced detachment, no fake happiness on social media, no trying to make her jealous with another woman. That's all just another form of emotional attachment. True indifference is effortless. When she texts, no response. When she tries to provoke you, no reaction. When she hears about you and wonders how you're doing, nothing. Not because you're trying to play a game, but because she no longer exists in your reality. This is what the Stoics understood better than anyone. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your mind is your fortress. Guard it. She might test you. She might reach out just to see if she still has a hold on you. She might even insult you just to get under your skin. But if you give her nothing, no anger, no sadness, no longing, that's when something shifts. For the first time, she starts to doubt. Because now, instead of being the one who moved on first, she's questioning whether she ever really mattered to you at all. And that's a feeling she never expected. But here's the thing, indifference isn't about proving anything to her. It's about proving something to yourself, that you are no longer ruled by emotions, that you are free, that no one, not her, not anyone, can shake you. So let me ask you, are you done letting emotions control you? Are you ready to take back your power? If so, comment below. I control my emotions. No one else does. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 3, the law of scarcity. People don't desire what's always available. They desire what's rare. The moment something becomes scarce, its value skyrockets. This is true in economics, it's true in psychology, and it's especially true in relationships. When a woman believes you will always be there, that no matter what she does, you'll always be waiting, then leaving you is easy, because she assumes you'll never truly be gone. She assumes you'll always be an option. She assumes she can come back whenever she wants. And that assumption, that's why she never fully valued you. It's not because she didn't care, it's because you were always there. But the moment you remove yourself, the moment you disappear without explanation, the moment you make yourself scarce, that's when everything changes. Because now she's not just losing you, she's losing access to you. And that triggers something deeper than regret. It triggers fear. The fear that she made the wrong choice. The fear that she took you for granted. The fear that she might never get another chance. And it's not because she suddenly loves you again. It's because you are no longer an option. Think about it. When do people start to miss something? When do they start to realize its value? Not when it's in front of them every day. Not when it's always available, but when it's gone. This is human nature. We don't crave what's easy to get. We crave what we can't have. So what do? You make yourself scarce, not just to her, but to the world. You stop handing out your time, your attention, and your energy like it's worthless, because it's not. This isn't about playing games. This isn't about making her jealous. This isn't about waiting for her regret. This is about becoming a man of value, a man whose presence is earned, not given freely. A man whose time is a privilege, not an expectation. Because when you shift your focus from chasing to building, everything changes. She might realize what she lost. She might regret it. She might even try to come back. But by then, you won't care. Because your value no longer depends on whether she sees it or not. It depends on you. So let me ask you, are you done being taken for granted? Are you ready to make your presence a privilege? If so, comment below, "I am rare and I act like it." And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 4, becoming unpredictable. Predictability kills attraction. The moment someone thinks they have you figured out, the moment they can predict your every move, you become boring, and nothing kills desire faster than boredom. Most men fail after a breakup because they follow a script. They either chase, beg, or go full no contact. But they do it in a predictable way, waiting, hoping, expecting her to come back. And because it's predictable, it has no power. But what happens when you break the pattern? When she expects you to be hurt, but you're calm? When she expects you to reach out, but you disappear? When she expects you to act like every other guy, but you do the opposite? That's when the uncertainty begins. And uncertainty, that's what keeps people obsessed. The human brain is wired to chase mystery. This is why people get addicted to gambling, toxic relationships, and unpredictable rewards. When something is too easy to get, it loses its appeal. But when there's doubt, when there's a challenge, when there's unpredictability, that's when people can't let go. So what do? You stop being the guy she thinks she knows. Maybe before, you were always available, always responding, always predictable. But now you're unreadable. She has no idea where you are, what you're thinking, what you're doing. One day, she might catch a glimpse of you, calm, composed, thriving. The next, nothing, silence, a void she can't fill. And that drives people insane. Because when she left, she expected you to react in a way that confirmed her decision. She expected you to be exactly who you've always been. But when you change, when you evolve into something unexpected, she has no choice but to reassess. Did I ever really know him? What else is he capable of? And just like that, she's no longer in control of the narrative. But here's the truth. Being unpredictable isn't about playing games. It's about growth. It's about becoming a man who is too focused on his purpose to be predictable. A man who isn't following a script. A man who is always evolving, adapting, and growing. When you stop reacting the way she expects, you break free from her influence. And when you break free, you become the kind of man that women desire, men respect, and the world notices. So let me ask you, are you done being predictable? Are you ready to become a man of mystery? If so, comment below, "I am unreadable," and they feel it. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 5, upgrading yourself in silence. True power isn't loud. It doesn't seek attention. It doesn't ask for validation. It doesn't need to be announced. Most men get this wrong. After a breakup, they rush to prove themselves. They flood social media with gym selfies. They go out of their way to show how happy they are without her. They try to make her jealous. And all of it screams insecurity, because a man who is truly evolving doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't tell people you're leveling up. You become the upgrade. While she assumes you're broken, you're building. While she thinks you're sulking, you're sharpening your mind. While she believes she knows who you are, you're becoming someone unrecognizable. But here's the key. You say nothing. No posts, no updates, no need for validation. You simply disappear into the work, and by the time they notice, it's too late. By then, you've already moved beyond her reach. This is real power. Not chasing, not proving, not seeking revenge. Just becoming someone they never expected. Someone they can never have again. Because when you truly improve in silence, you stop seeking validation. You stop craving attention. You stop caring what she thinks. And the moment you no longer care, that's when she does. Because now you've become the one thing people can't resist. A mystery. People want what they don't understand. They crave what they can't predict. And when she realizes the version of you she thought she left behind no longer exists, she starts to wonder, what did I lose? Did I make a mistake? Who is he now? But by then, she's no longer your focus, because you've outgrown the past. And that is the real victory. This isn't about proving anything to her. It's about proving something to yourself, that you are no longer ruled by emotions, that you are no longer living in the past, that you are no longer waiting for validation. So let me ask you, are you done proving yourself to others? Are you ready to evolve for yourself? If so, comment below. I evolve in silence. They notice when it's too late. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 6, the cold art of indifference. Nothing is more powerful than making someone feel invisible. Not through anger, not through hatred, not through bitterness, but through complete and total indifference. Hatred still means you care. It still means they hold space in your mind. But indifference, it means they no longer exist in your world. And that realization cuts deeper than any words ever could. When she left, she expected one of two things. Either you'd chase her, desperate to fix things, or you'd lash out, proving you were hurt. Either way, she would still matter. But when you show nothing, when you treat her departure like a non-event, that's when the discomfort begins. Because nothing makes a person question themselves more than being ignored. She might try to provoke you. She might test you just to see if she still has an effect on you. She might even insult you, hoping for a reaction. But if you master this, if you remain completely unshaken, you send a message stronger than any words. You are no longer relevant to my reality. And that's devastating, Because people don't regret losing love. They regret losing importance, and the second she feels unimportant to you, the second she realizes she has no effect on you anymore, she starts to question everything. Did I ever really matter to him? Was he just pretending? And that thought, that will keep her up at night. But here's the truth. Indifference only works if it's real. You can't fake this. You can't pretend. You have to actually let go. Not for her, not to get a reaction, but for yourself. Because the truth is, she's not coming back the way you want her to. Even if she does, it will never be the same. And that's why you move forward. Not to hurt her, not to prove anything, but because your life is worth more than waiting for someone who walked away. When you truly embody indifference, you become unstoppable. You become immune to manipulation. You become free. So let me ask you, are you done letting the past control your emotions? Are you ready to let go completely? If so, comment below. What's gone is gone. I feel nothing. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 7, social proof and pre-election. Here's the harsh truth. People don't want what's easy to get. They want what other people want. This is the law of social proof. One of the most powerful forces in human psychology. When she left, she assumed you'd be stuck. She thought you'd be replaying memories, hoping she'd come back. She expected you to be waiting, lost, broken, desperate. But imagine her shock when she sees the opposite, when she sees you thriving, when she sees you surrounded by people who want to be around you, when she sees that other women desire you. Suddenly, you're no longer just her ex. You're desirable. Why? Because attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's about perceived value. And nothing raises your value higher than being wanted by others. It's why luxury brands never go on sale. It's why people stand in line for the latest hype item. It's why the moment you stop chasing, she starts to feel something she didn't expect. Competition. Because now, she's not just dealing with the thought of losing you. She's dealing with the thought of someone else having you. And here's the kicker. It doesn't even have to be about dating. Just being seen around high-value people. Just being busy, social, and respected creates an aura of mystery and desirability. And the less she knows about your life now, the more her mind will fill in the blanks. Who are these people he's spending time with? Is he seeing someone new? Why didn't he fight for me? And that's where the regret begins. Because when a woman sees a man who is truly wanted by others, she's forced to reevaluate what she lost. Not because she suddenly loves you again, but because she realizes she no longer has exclusive access to you. But here's where most men mess up. They try too hard. They post staged photos. They force interactions. They make it obvious that they're trying to make her jealous. And that screams desperation. The real power move Live your life naturally. Build your circle. Be seen without forcing it. Let her notice it on her own. Let her hear about it through others. Let her wonder. Because the less you explain, the more powerful the effect. And by the time she realizes how much your value has risen, you won't even care, because you'll already be too far ahead. So let me ask you, are you done proving your worth? Are you ready to simply become valuable? If so, comment below, "I don't chase, I attract." And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 8, the "you never knew me" effect. Nothing shakes a person more than realizing that the version of you they thought they knew no longer exists. The man she once had access to, the one who loved her, chased her, and waited for her, is gone. When she left, she thought she had you figured out. She assumed she knew exactly how you'd react, that you'd break down, that you'd be predictable, that you'd still be the same man she walked away from. But now, when she looks at you, when she hears about you, when she finally sees you again, something is different. You're unrecognizable, not just physically, though that helps, not just financially, though that adds weight, but mentally, energetically, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you move through the world as if nothing can touch you. And that makes her question everything. Did I ever really know him? Was he just pretending? Or was I blind to who he truly was? And that doubt, that eats at people. Because when someone realizes they misjudged you, when they recognize that they had something valuable, but only understood it after losing it, the regret hits 10 times harder. But here's the key. This isn't an act. This isn't a game. This isn't about making her jealous. This is real evolution, not faking it, not using it as a trick to get her back, but genuinely becoming someone she never expected, someone who has leveled up beyond her reach. If you were weak before, now you're disciplined. If you were desperate before, now you're detached. If you were predictable before, now you're unreadable. If you once needed her validation, now you don't need anyone's. And that is the shift. Because now, she's not just seeing a change. She's seeing a completely different man. A man she no longer has access to. A man who moved past her completely. And here's the best part. By the time she realizes what she lost, you won't even care. You'll look back and think, why did I ever let her affect me in the first place? Because now, you're not living in the past. You're not chasing ghosts. You're not looking for validation. You're free. So let me ask you, are you done proving yourself to people who never truly saw you? Are you ready to become someone they can never figure out? If so, comment below. The old me is dead. This is my rebirth. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 9, the art of letting go completely. Let's be honest, most people never truly let go. They pretend to move on. They distract themselves. They act like they don't care. But deep down, they're still holding on to the memories, to the what-ifs, to the hope that one day things might change. And that's weakness. Because real power, the kind that makes you untouchable, comes from complete detachment, not just physically, not just emotionally, but mentally and spiritually. The moment you let go, not just of her, but of the idea of her, you unlock a level of freedom that most men will never experience. She is no longer your problem. She is no longer your concern. She is no longer even a thought. Not because you're angry, not because you're bitter, but because you've outgrown the version of you that cared. Letting go means no more replaying the past, no more checking her social media, no more wondering if she regrets it, no more caring whether she does or not, because the moment she walked away, her relevance expired. But here's where most men get it wrong. They think letting go means suppressing emotions. They think it means pretending they don't feel pain. They think it means forcing themselves to act unfazed. But that's not real detachment. That's just denial. Real detachment is acceptance. It's understanding that whatever happened, happened. It's realizing that there's no going back, and that's perfectly fine. Marcus Aurelius said it best. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. She is an outside event. She is not within your control. And the moment you fully accept that, you're free. But here's the real paradox. When you let go completely, that's when she feels it the most. Not when you go no contact as a tactic. Not when you ignore her, but secretly hope she notices. But when you genuinely move forward. When you stop reacting. When you stop caring. That's when she feels your absence in the deepest way possible. But by then, it won't matter to you, because you'll be gone. So let me ask you, are you done carrying dead weight? Are you ready to release the past for good? If so, comment below, I let go completely. Nothing holds me back. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. Number 10, the ultimate move, forgetting them first. Most people take the same path after a breakup. At first, both feel the void, the pain, the nostalgia, the second thoughts. But over time, life pulls them in different directions. Eventually, one of them moves on completely. But here's the game changer. What happens when you forget first? When you erase her from your mind so fast that it feels like she never even existed? That's the ultimate power move, because the one who forgets first controls the emotional narrative, moves forward without hesitation, forces the other person to question everything. She expected to leave a mark on you. She thought she'd always exist somewhere in your thoughts. even if you moved on. But when she realizes you erased her before she even had a chance to miss you, that's when regret becomes real. Because in her mind, you were supposed to need time. You were supposed to feel the loss. You were supposed to hold on, at least a little. But instead, you treated her departure like a non-event. This isn't about faking it. This isn't about pretending you don't care while secretly stalking her online. This is about training your mind to detach completely, to the point where her name barely registers anymore. How to forget first. No reminiscing. The past is dead. Stop revisiting old memories like they hold any value. No curiosity. Who she's with, what she's doing, it doesn't matter. Stop checking. Stop wondering. Stop caring. No emotional leftovers. Anger, resentment, longing. They all keep you tied to her. Drop it, not for her, for you. This is how you reclaim your mind. This is how you break free. Because the moment you forget first, the moment she realizes she no longer holds any space in your world, that's when she feels the weight of her decision, and that's when the regret kicks in. But by then, you won't even notice, because while she's thinking about the past, you're already too deep into your future. This was never about her. It was never about making her feel anything. It was always about you, your power, your peace, your ability to walk away from anything or anyone without hesitation. That's what makes a man dangerous. That's what makes a man untouchable. So let me ask you, are you still waiting? Still looking back? Still wondering what could have been? Or are you ready to forget first? If you are, comment below, "I am free and I never look back." And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. So, here we are. You've seen the truth. The real power move isn't revenge. It's not proving her wrong. It's not waiting for the day she regrets losing you. It's freedom. The kind of freedom where her name no longer holds weight in your mind, where the past no longer dictates your future, where you don't just move on, you evolve beyond. Because this was never about her. It was always about you. The moment you stop seeking validation, the moment you stop reacting, the moment you truly let go, that's when you win. She expected you to chase. She expected you to break. She expected you to be stuck in the past. Instead, you became something unrecognizable. You became the man she never saw coming. The man who no longer waits, no longer wonders, no longer looks back. The man who outgrew the past so completely that by the time she realizes what she lost, you're already 10 steps ahead. Too far, too evolved, too untouchable for her to ever reach again. And that is true power. So now, the question is, what will you do with it? Will you still waste time thinking about someone who walked away? Or will you step forward into the life that's been waiting for you all along? If you're done with the past, if you're ready to reclaim your mind, Comment below, "I am free and I never look back." And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson on becoming the strongest version of yourself. See you in my next video.